What shall I do?
What will you do? Is this a question? Show that you know the poem and remind them what a poem it is. Well, you know what you must do. Go, confront the problem, fight, win, and call me when you get back, darling. I enjoy our visits.
Welcome to the Poetry Dojo,
where we learn to know our poems.
and learn to wield them to fight and win.
Today we are considering Miniver Cheevy by Edwin Arlington Robinson.
Edwin Arlington Robinson. Quite the acoustic name there. He is sometimes described as the American Poet Laureate of
Sadness.
Depression.
What a title.
What a title.
To have won.
That's a heavy load to carry.
Well, he lives up to it with this poem.
Yes. I think we're just going to go right into the poem. It speaks much for itself.
Indeed. Miniver Cheevy by Edwin Arlington Robinson. Miniver Cheevy, child of scorn, grew lean while he assailed the seasons. He wept that he was ever born, and he had reasons. Miniver loved the days of old when swords were bright and steeds were prancing. The vision of a warrior bold would set him dancing. Miniver sighed for what was not, and dreamed and rested from his labors. He dreamed of Thebes and Camelot and Priam's neighbors. Miniver mourned the ripe renown that made so many a name so fragrant. He mourned romance, now on the town, and art, a vagrant. Miniver loved the Medici, albeit he had never seen one. He would have sinned incessantly could he have been one. Miniver cursed the commonplace and eyed a khaki suit with loathing. He missed the medieval grace of iron clothing. Miniver scorned the gold he sought, but sore annoyed was he without it. Miniver thought and thought and thought and thought about it. Miniver Cheevy, born too late, scratched his head and kept on thinking. Miniver coughed and called it fate and kept on drinking. Miniver Cheevy by Edwin Arlington Robinson.
What was it that we read in the poem If?
If you can dream and not make dreams your master,
Yes.
and think and not make thoughts your aim.
Here we have someone who is dreaming, and dreams are his master. One who scorns the time and place in which he has been set, and imagined that were he placed at a different time and different place, things then would be different. He would not be mediocre. He would not be a creature of ennui. He would be special. And then he went on and thought and thought and thought and thought and did nothing.
There's an irony to this poem. It has the potential to be very poignantly funny. And I think it's a great challenge to convey that. If you can, I think you've won. This could be a really powerful poem. We have a conversation sometimes, my friends and I, that whatever happened to uniforms? They used to look good. Now what is this? It's this nonsense. Uniforms have lost all of their dignity and charm and grace.
The je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, je ne sais quoi. Yeah, Miniver doesn't know either, but he agrees. Creature of mediocrity who never got around to making anything of himself.
That, rather than point the finger specifically just at Miniver, who isn't a real individual to the best of our knowledge and is just presented to us as an example, it is not uncommon to wish that we were born in a different age than God has placed us. And we imagined that if we were born in that different age, we would be so much more adventurous, so much more successful, be doing greater things. When the reality is...
life was boring then too.
Yeah. and also far more miserable often. Would you like to go back and be in the Middle Ages where a very tiny fraction of people were actually lords and ladies, and even those few lived in conditions far worse than we enjoy? Mm-hmm. More likely, you would be one of the serfs in Europe and just get to suffer throughout your life before coming to an unknown and undignified end. God puts us where we should be, and where we should be, we should labor for his kingdom. Otherwise, we are damned to just be another Miniver Cheevy.
Thank you for tuning in. This has been a production of Diecast Media Group. Please recommend us to friends, family, relations, but not your competitors. Feel free to email us with questions at poetrydojo@diecastmediagroup.com. Tune in next time for another exciting episode and another fine poem.